Tell me about your view on the conflict. We're told we're supposed to pray, for the peace of Jerusalem. How do you see this conflict?
I see it twofold. Western thinking believes that there needs to be a two-state solution. But we need to go back to 1948 and 47 when Israel was rebirthed by God, using the United Nations to say, the Jewish people can go back legally and we're going to give you this plot of land. In one sense, and there was about 157,000 Arabs displaced from other Arabic countries who were living there side by side. But it wasn't so much those people, but the other neighboring nations of Arabs. They didn't want the Jewish people there. And they attacked Israel. Israel, with pitchforks and farm equipment, ended up winning that war because God was fighting their battle for them. They won and they expanded territory. That's why some people call them occupiers, but what country in the world, people from within being attacked, they win, are told they need to give the land back? This happened in 67, this happened in 73. Israel never started a war from within. And so now there's this false speech going around the world, like you stole our land. For example, Gaza, in 2005, that was fully given to the people of that area, and they chose to invite in Hamas to be their leadership. The world was donating money to them, and instead of building infrastructure, they built tunnels under the place and were securing bombs and using the money and for their leaders to stay all around the world in high-level hotels or whatever. So they didn't really care about their own people. It was all a deception. But in every case, even leading up to the Bill Clinton administration, he worked with Arafat and he worked with the Jewish people. And 95% of everything that they said they wanted was offered to them. And I don't believe in a two-state solution. I believe in a biblical solution, which is full of love and respect. And, the Bible makes it very clear how you settle those issues. But the bottom line is, we see that Arafat refused it all. And now we have the Gaza war. And if you read Psalm 83, we call it the war of extermination. If you look in Ezekiel chapter 38, it talks about a time when Israel is living in great prosperity. It says there are no walls, there are no borders, and the towns are not living with high security level. So you say, so this war is not Gog and Magog, but Iran and Turkey and Russia are using Gaza, Hezbollah, Tyre, Lebanon in the north, all these areas that are wanting to exterminate. The motivation is to exterminate Israel.
And that's the key point, isn't it? That those nations in many cases have said they want to wipe Israel out of there. How, as Christians, how is it our battle too?
Here's why it's our battle. The scripture makes it very clear, and even Netanyahu's been saying, we're at war and we're going to win. In other words, this war is going to fully secure more land and the borders of Israel. And here's how Christians can get involved. First of all, Israel needs humanitarian aid, and we're getting ready to go back to Israel in November. And I used to be part of Chosen People Ministries and still very, very close with them. So we can get funds into Israel, and there's frontline people that we are in partnership with, that we can get food, humanitarian aid, medicine, and we are hoping, Brother Tom, in November to bring people from American churches, Messianic congregations, on a tour of Israel, but we're going to secure a period of time in partnership with Chosen People Ministries to go into the affected areas. And we're going to bring food, we're going to bring all of this humanitarian aid, maybe even medical team, but we're going to bring the love of Jesus. because we are in a time period where even from Ukraine, there are Jews who've remembered the Lord while being among the northern nations. And the scripture says, God says, I'm going to bring them back. And so God, through our prayers and our support, will preserve Israel. But when this war is over, Israel will have secured their borders, but there will be pain in their heart. And we can go in and share the love of Jesus at that time.